Welcome back to Just Fun Stuff. It is day 64 here on Funland, and before we get started, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing something different. We are doing our very first speed build of an art in the park. So here we go. We're getting started just by cleaning up and taking down stuff from our previous build. So just a lot of smashing and bashing right now and clearing the area and getting ready. All right, so now we're just starting with our first structure, which is fairly simple. I wanted just to create a little corner waterfall just to start and make it a little bit serene, because what I'm going for is just a very quiet, calm park setting where you can display art. Somebody can come and sit and relax. Next up, we're just terraforming and putting up a freestanding structure. I wanted to round it off just to add some height, because we're going to be putting in trees and fencing and whatnot, but I wanted to give it a little something extra. I didn't want it to be so plain, so I thought putting up a little freestanding structure would be cute and a cute place to put a piece of art. Next up, we're making just some fencing that I'm not putting up, as you'll see, as just fencing. The way that I'm gonna put it up is more of just like a decorative piece. So just kind of putting pieces here, there, and everywhere. Putting up some of the more trees, getting snowballs out of my way. That's probably the most annoying thing. Every time I turn around, there's more snowballs. All right. Grabbing a few things that I had in the house that were given to me that I thought would look really cute in the park. I thought the mushroom everything, more snowballs, would go really well with the build that we're doing. Of course, my cedar trees, because we all know that I have a sickness. All right, and this I'm excited about. I'd never ever tried doing custom paths before, so this is my first attempt, and I think that it went pretty good. I had to get used to doing the piece by piece, so I've had to kick it out a few times, as you can see, and try to get it to fit in the area that I wanted it to. But I think all in all, it's turning out really well, and I think the design that I picked, the cobblestone with the grass on it, I think it looks really good in the winter, and I think with spring coming up as well, it's gonna look really, really, really nice. That was my attempt at trying to put some rocks in, but it wasn't working for me. I wasn't feeling it, so I went back to our original cobblestone, which I love. I'm just in love with the whole look of it. And I think it really adds something to it, makes the ground not so plain. And again, the mushroom accessories. I'm all about the mushroom accessories. I think they're awesome. I can't wait until I'm actually around for a mushroom season when I can actually make them myself, because I think I would have added a lot more. Street lamps. I love that my island does the white street lamp. I think it looks really nice with this. I think it'll look nice in the summer. I think it looks nice in the winter, and I think they go with everything. Up next is trying to pick my art. And I wanted a few shrubs to put up, so I went over to my previous tree farm area and grabbed a bunch of shrubs. Again, everything here for me, this is new. It's all trial and error, so I was just trying to see what worked and what didn't work. And I found out, obviously, 2 shrubs and a painting on top of the little cliff, not gonna work, but one painting looks amazing. And a plant, and once the plants are grown, I think it'll look really good. this was my attempt at putting in a waterway. Again, it didn't turn out the way I intended, but that's okay. That's what trial and error is for. I was gonna try and make a square around the rock. It didn't work for me. Then I tried just to put a rock border around it, and I wasn't working out the way that I wanted it to, and I didn't think it was going with everything else, so off it went. Again, more deciding where are we putting the paintings, because again, it's art in the park and I want it to have that rustic park feeling. Lots of plants, lots of fruit. At this point, I'm just eating the fruit because I had purposely planted trees a few days ago so that they would be full grown. So we're gonna go and grab some trees from the other side of the island. Pop those in our pocket because you can't have a park setting without a bunch of trees. And back we go. And once the trees are up, it actually became a lot easier to decide where I wanted to put the art pieces and decorations because you're working around something. I love that statue. I'm hoping to find more, but this is all I had on hand. So that's the cool thing about art in the park, is the more objects that I collect, the more things we can add to it. And I think that's awesome. Again, I'm still trying to figure out the custom path thing and how to lay them down piece by piece. So that was a little time consuming. I think in the end, it looks really good, so I'm really happy with it. It took a long time and a lot of wiping out and redeciding and trying to puzzle it together. There we go, still laying down path. It's just, anyone that's done it should know it is a time-consuming process. But so worth it. I think it looks amazing when it's done. More paintings, because again, it's art in the park. You gotta have the paintings. Can't have art in the park without the art. And log stakes. I didn't realize how many uses you have for them, but they're so cute as just a decoration item. You don't need them to outline anything, just putting them there looks really nice. It really adds something to it, and I think it gives it that rustic park feel that we're going for. At this point, I was just deciding whether or not I wanted to add furniture. I opted against it only because I didn't have the DIY that I was hoping that I had. I was hoping for the Iron Garden bench, but I don't have that, so I thought that's one of those things, is I collect the DIYs that I can always add to the park at a later date. I just didn't want to throw anything up that I didn't think was going to go exactly where I wanted it to go. Again, more path work, and that's the hardest part. Yeah, I opted against the tent for the time being and went strictly with art. I thought the tent is super cute and I might find a place for it at a later date, but I thought, no, we're just gonna stick strictly with the art for this one. And the terraforming, super simple, obviously, as you can see, only 2 freestanding structures, a little pond, very little crafting for this, which I love. A lot of it is just path work, moving around trees, and then placing decorations where you want them. It's all really starting to come together at this point. More paths, because you can never have too many, and it makes all the difference. If the ground was just white with this, I think it would still look nice, but I think adding the paths really, it just changes the whole look of the area, and I think it makes it so much nicer. I'm hoping to get better with the path designs, finding more, learning how to use them, but I think for our first try, this turned out really good. More mushroom stuff I believe I put up here. Oh, and street lamps. And more mushroom stools, because, I mean, they're amazing. How cute are they? And they go with everything. I just love the look of it. And more plants. And they're all white. All the plants that I put up are white. I'm pretty sure that at some point I'll be putting mums up. More fencing, just because, again, I think fencing can be used as a decoration. It doesn't have to just be a fence. And I know I used barbed wire fence, but I think it looks really neat. It just lends something different. More plants, because you can never have too many, especially in a park. At this point, I'm running around and I am just trying to decide what else I want to put up, if I want to put anything else up, or if I'm happy with it the way that it is. Definitely more trees. Another tree over here. The trees make it. You need to have a few trees around. I didn't want too many though, because I don't want it covering up and making it so that you can't see the art at all, but you need to have them there because, I mean, it's art in the park. All right, final touches. I just wanted to add just like a little rough shaped pond. I didn't want anything too rigid. I just wanted a little bit of water. And I'm still learning on that as well, on how to get not so square. So a lot of filling in and digging out and filling in and digging out. And eventually I got the little shape that I wanted. I was happy with that. It wasn't so plain. Painting put up, and then last but not least, my final cypress plant. And there it is. We're taking off the helmet. That is our complete build of art in the park. So we're just taking a walk around, taking a look. I think it turned out really well. And aside from that, we're now taking a quick run down because as of yesterday, Dear Colton has asked us to leave. So Colton is in boxes. We're here saying goodbye quickly. He's coming over. We're ready. We're gonna miss him, but it was his time. He wanted to go. We wish him well. Hey Cupcake, I'm glad you stopped by. I wanted to say thanks for helping me make the decision to move on from Funland. No problem, Colton. It wasn't easy, but I think great things are in store for me out there somewhere. Still, I'll always cherish the moments I made here a hottie. And with that, and Colton leaving, I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing this very first speed build with me, for watching this with me. I want to ask you to leave a like and subscribe for the video, and we will be back with another video next time. Thanks so much, guys.